Welcome everybody to Just Have the Conversation. We are on episode number 8, and we are actually really excited for today's topic because we actually never did an intro. We decided to come on and start Just Have the Conversation because at that time, the whole situation with George Floyd was happening, and we were really passionate about getting our, feelings out there and supporting everybody. So instead of taking the time to go from like the introduction and who we are, we just went straight on, head on to what we felt was important to talk about at that time. But we've actually had, a couple of people ask, what is Bloom? What is the Wild Woman Tribe? So we wanted to take the time today to kind of explain what both of the groups are and how we came together to make Just Have the Conversation. So Miss Wende,
yeah,
you want to start with why Bloom came to be and the whole energy and passion that you bring onto the table?
yes. So for a few years now, I've wanted to create like a space for women where they could tap into their power as women, as humans, and grow to feel more confident, to learn from other women how to grow in their careers, how to grow in their relationships, just how to, make their life 10 times better than what it is. So that's why I started Bloom and Flourish, which is also Bloom then Flourish, depending on which which platform you're on. Because well, the concept is, when a flower blooms, it's beautiful. It is what it's supposed to be, what nature intended it to be, with all its beauty, right? Whether it's a pansy or a rose or a lotus flower, or even a dandelion. And then flourish means just, bumping it up that much more to where it's thriving. So it didn't just bloom to what it's supposed to be, but it was receiving the nutrients and all of the love and care it needed to thrive. So that's why I created it. I think that when people are happy and when they're pursuing the things that are truly meaningful to them and they're tapped into their spirit or their soul, then they're happier, they're giving more to the world, and that kind of like starts a domino effect to make other people happier. Right. So that's why I started it.
I loved it. I want to say when you called me to tell me about it, I was so excited for your vision because we've been friends for a really long time. And I feel like we connected on that level where, we wanted to make the world a better place, like we, whatever you were doing in your life that was working for you, you would come to work and you would be like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then I would take it into my life. And then whatever I was doing that was working in my life, I would bring it to you. And then you were like, oh my God, that's something that, something that I want to try. And we kind of, that was our vibe where we wanted to make each other better.
Right.
So I was super excited because you have helped me out a lot throughout my life. And over the time that we've known each other, I come up with this little ideas and you're always like 100% behind me. And, like you get books for me, and, that's something that a lot of women don't have, because I feel like when you have a vision, sometimes people can kind of, when you bring it up to light, people can kind of like throw shade on it and you know, kind of dim your light when you want to do something new. And that's never been the issue between me and you. I feel like every time some idea comes up, we're like, hell yeah, do this, do that, do, you know? And I love that. I love that about our relationship. And I know that you have so much to give to so many women because you have, you know, you've been through things, you have overcome a lot of things. So the level of your knowledge is something that needs to be shared with the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Wendy. And then, you know, the Wild Women Tribe, we actually started, well, I actually started it when I was pregnant. And I started reading a book, and it's called The Wild Women. And, you know, it's basically about tapping into who you are, like your energy. And it talks about how women kind of deem their own light throughout time because we go through so many different things and we wear so many different hats where we kind of start forgetting who we are. It's really, really important to know and understand that who we are is something that we need to know at all times. So I was going through a rough time because I had, you know, I got pregnant, I was about to give birth, and then like the things with my ex job were just kind of rocky. And I just remember one day I was like, I need to make a group. And I'm going to call it the Wild Women Tribe because I think as a new mom, I was really, really scared about not being able to fill those shoes. And then I was conflicted with, do I want to go back to work? Do I want to stay at home with my baby? Am I going to be doing it right? Like, you know, it was a lot. And I just feel like tapping into my friends, my tribe, and calling them and asking them how they felt and how they got through it helped me so much when it came to my job, when it came to my health, when it came to just like day-to-day things that I was doing because I was changing like crazy. You know, I'm pregnant, hormones, and I mean, it's crazy. Everybody tells you being pregnant is the best thing, and yes, it is, but it's pretty crazy too. So it was that I felt like I had lost myself when it came to trying to be a good wife because me and Gabe had just gotten married not too long ago. So I was trying to be a good wife. I was still trying to be a moneymaker. I was trying to figure out how to be a mom. And then I was trying to figure out the fact that I've always had it in myself to give back to my community. So, you know, I've always worked in community health centers because I wanted to help out people that were less fortunate and give back to the world. And that was also a big part of why the Wild Women Tribe came to, because I wanted to be able to open up my doors to different women, whoever wanted to come in, no questions asked, no guilt trip, like whatever story you have that you need to get out, tell us about it. We're not going to shame you. We're not going to sit here and put our 2 cents. We're just going to listen to you and then give you our advice as other women to see whatever one fits you best.
Yeah.
So that's why the Wild Women Tribe started. And it was actually nice. You know, before the whole COVID, we used to meet at least once a month for a couple of months. And we literally just had conversations about what we were going through, how we could develop each other, how we could, what books to read, what motivational speakers we were listening to. So it was beautiful. It was something that brought so much good energy into our life. And then it kind of, life happens. So then I kind of started taking steps back just because I was a new mom and it was a lot. But the reason why just have the conversation happen was because we both had these 2 groups that we wanted to bring together and connect both of our energies, because, you know, you come from a whole different background. I have a whole different background. And we just felt like we could start a conversation for everybody to keep going,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, chime in and tell us how they were feeling.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you started Wild Woman Tribe. And at first I was like, I don't understand. And then when we had that first group together and we were doing our vision boards,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I get it. This is awesome.
I know, I feel like Gabe was like, you just need an excuse to be with the girls. And I was like, I always have an excuse to be with the girls. And I was like, no, it's different. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be able to just have a safe place
Yes.
for anybody to just come in and feel welcome and protected and understood. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like, and I think we had this conversation where, especially nowadays, everything is a competition. Everything is who's better, who looks better, who can do this better, who can speak it better. And it actually, in the book, it talks about how that is just what's killing the sense of a woman, because we are so we're putting all of our energy into trying to compete with one another, instead of sitting down with somebody that you don't know, that has been through things that you haven't been through, and actually be able to understand and grow from their pain, from their triumph. Like, how did they get over this? So to sit down with anybody, it doesn't even have to be another woman, it can be a man, whoever, to sit down and listen to their story, and take that energy from what they're saying into your life, can make your life so much better. Instead of sitting here trying to like, oh, well, if I put on that shirt, I look a little bit better than you. Or, you know, like, come on, man.
Right. And and that's what I love and appreciate about you, is because that's how you live. You know, what you just described is how you are. And I agree. I think that the whole competition is just ridiculous, because quite frankly, when women band together and work on one goal, or they work as a team, they can accomplish so much. I mean, we're extremely powerful when we work together instead of against each other. And, you know, my hope is that that starts to become a trend rather than competing and tearing each other down, because tearing down another woman doesn't accomplish anything, right? That's energy that's spent doing something negative. So, you know, let that person go. Don't pay attention to whatever's happening. There's no need to tear them down, and focus energy on building someone up.
Right.
You know, and that's what Wild Woman Tribe does.
So does Bloom.
Yes.
Yes, I feel like what we are about is what I want to pass down to Zamara. You know, I don't want her to be growing up in a world where she thinks that she needs to look a certain way, or to think a certain way in order for her to be part of the crowd. Like, I want to be able to tell her that, I mean, to tell you the truth, following the crowd is not even that great anyways.
No.
It's when you can stand up for yourself by yourself, and know that regardless of whatever's happening around you, you're going to be okay. I feel like that's like the best superpower that I can pass down to my daughter.
Confident.
And, you know, I want her to be able to see that. I've been working on, you know, a book for a really long time, and I'm like, and you know this because you've been a part of it for as long as it's actually been happening. But every single time that I try to put it together, I just feel like there's more that I want to be putting in. So the book will come. I don't know when, but it will. You know, these videos are going to be out there. Things on my page are going to be out there. So when I'm gone, when I'm not around, she's able to still see what I stood for, what I wanted to do, and then hopefully she can become that type of person as well. Because, you know, I think that the worst thing that's happening right now is the way that young girls are being taught what beauty is. It's false, you know, and I feel like me and you talk about this all the time. Like, you know, we want to start some type of like at home program or something where we want to be able to feed the right information to younger generations in order for them to not fall into this hole that is social media and you know, other people's opinions of what beauty is and what you need to be, how you need to speak, how you need to dress. Everybody's so unique.
Right.
And
Exactly.
we all just need to be able to understand the beauty that each person has to put out in the world and accept it.
Right.
And that's the conversation that we want to keep having is, you know, to be part of Bloom, to be part of the Wild Woman tribe, you don't need to speak the perfect English. You can speak Spanish because I speak Spanish. You don't need to look a certain way. You don't need to have a certain background. You don't need to have money. You don't need to be giving us money. We are literally here for whoever it is that wants to just come in and grow.
Exactly.
And then if you need help in any way and we could help, we're definitely going to do it.
Yes.
No questions asked.
Perfectly said. Because that's exactly what I was thinking. So,
and you know, we've actually been, we've had groups where we sit down and we talk. And I feel like I learn and I've grown so much from listening to you, listening to, you know, our other friends that used to come in and participate. We were giving back to the community by donating things. And it's just about starting. I feel like, you know, a lot of people out there, and I know that this goes towards me, I was so focused on what if it doesn't work? What if nobody listens? What is the first step? That it held me back from actually doing something about it. And then, you know, with just have the conversation, it was literally a conversation on the phone. I was driving home and it was like, we're upset. We want to put out what we feel. We want to make sure that people are having this conversation. So the minute that I get home, we're going to put on this Zoom. I don't even know how to work it, but we're just going to try it. And that was our first episode.
Right.
Where I didn't even remember, we spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out how to save it. And all we had to do was shut it off. And I'm sitting here like, how do you save this? And we're Googling, and then finally YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. But I was like, oh!
But we did it.
We did it.
We got it done. And
we got it done. And
we're
then
number 8 now.
We're on number 8. And it feels good to just keep going with these conversations. And we have people that tune in, you know, on a weekly basis now, and it feels so good because even if it's like 4 or 5 views, I'm like, oh my God, somebody's actually like listening to these conversations. And then when my friends chime in and they're like, hey, you know, what about this? Well, we didn't talk about that. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like this is what we want. We just want to be able to speak our minds, put out how we feel. And if you ever feel like you disagree with us, like this is what we're doing it. Talk to us because maybe we're not understanding something that needs to be understood or vice versa. You know what I mean? We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're not here to talk bad about a side or pick a side. we're here to just how we feel. There's some facts that are involved in why we feel this way. But if you are, if you ever feel the need to come in and talk about why we're wrong, we want to be able to hear your side. Right. And then if we agree, we agree. If we don't agree, then we can agree to disagree and then keep it moving.
Right. And I think constructive criticism is a good thing because no one is perfect, right? And I think that, giving feedback to help someone improve is great.
Right.
Being respectful about it and, trying to uplift, or even, if it's like a correction.
Right.
I think it's helpful because you're helping, us do better. And that way each video we put out will be better and better. So I'm all for, the positive feedback.
Right. And the negative feedback, we're not even going to pay attention to it. So you can put it on there. We don't care. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to, not everybody's meant to be your best friend. And
that's impossible.
But we just wanted to sit down and talk about how we started everything, how it was actually pretty easy to start. I think everybody overthinks the first step, and literally the first step is just to do it.
Yes.
That's all you have to do it. Make up your mind that you're going to do something and then go do it. So if you ever feel like there's something that you wanted to do, just do it.
Yeah, I agree.
And we'll support you, and then tag us on it, and then we can, applaud you for doing it, because it's scary. It's I think that starting something, fear could stop anybody from taking the next step, and learning how to be afraid of something but still take that leap. It's pretty crazy, and it's very liberating.
It really is. When you have the courage to say, okay, I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. After you take that first step, after you start that journey, you feel so good. And like you said, it's liberating, and then you feel stronger and more confident. Right. So I encourage everyone, just if you have an idea, try it. It may not work, and that's okay, but you tried it. And if it does work, wow. Right.
Like you literally have nothing to lose. The only thing is if you make it, then you're that much better. Right? If you don't make it, then at least you can look back in your life and say, you know what? I wanted it. I tried it. I failed. But guess what? After failing that, when I wanted to start something else in the future, I knew that I could start it and nothing could stop me. And what I learned from that fail made me better at this. And then I won at this situation, idea, whatever it is that you did. And I think that's what it's all about. Taking that stepping stone, and instead of using it as an excuse for you not to do anything, or to tell yourself that you aren't strong enough to do it, you take that as, all right, I failed, it hurt, I'm gonna cry a little bit, but I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
The next time that I want to leap into something else, it's not gonna be that scary anymore.
That's right. Right. And the conditions are never going to be perfect to begin. So waiting for the right timing, or, this or that, whatever, it's never going to be like a perfect setting to begin. So you might as well just do it.
Right. And the support too, I feel like I was saying, sometimes you want to do something and you tell your friends about it and you're like super excited, and then you tell them and they're like, well, and then your energy is kind of like, wah, 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 and then you don't do it because there's no support there. And I feel like, don't worry about the support. Support yourself.
Yeah.
If this is in your head, if this is in your heart, do it. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why you have that idea. There's a reason why you know, you want to start a group. There's a reason why you want to write a book. There's a reason why you need to write a song. There's a reason for everything that comes to your heart, because there's something inside of you that's going to make it happen. So once you feel it, just do it.
Great.
Just go out there and do it, because you're going to be surprised. Yes, there's going to be times where you're going to fail, but most of the time that you do something that you know in your heart that you need to do, you're going to win at it.
Right.
And that's like personal.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I just want to jump in there, and I agree. I think that when we are driven to do something, it's put there for a reason.
Right.
Because we're supposed to do it. Right. And I think that, you know, whatever your spirituality is, you know, whether, you know, you said the universe speaks to you, or God speaks to you, or, you know, you speak to yourself, but whatever it is, I think that energy puts it in your spirit. And that's why you have the passion or the drive or the idea to do something, right? Because you're meant to do it, right? It comes from somewhere. So you might as well just do it.
Do it. Do it. Like Nike said. I totally agree. I feel like once you have something that's making you think about it at least 5 times a day. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be thinking about it every day, 24/7. But you have this like little itch. You could be working, you could be exercising, you could be sleeping, and out of nowhere it just stops you and you're like, maybe I should be doing this.
Yes.
And you keep going, and then, you know, you kind of brush it off or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it keeps coming to you. I feel like that is, you know, to me it's God, because I'm religious. To me it's like God, like, hey, I put that gift in you, go figure it out and do something about it. If you believe in the universe, that's the universe telling you like, hey, if you go this way, you're going to win. Or, you know, whatever it is that you feel, you know, a spirit, nature, earth calling your name, like whatever it is that you believe in. Yes. Yeah. It's definitely a higher power that's telling you, go do it. Right. Because if you don't do it, you're going to regret it.
You're not going to be happy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, you know, I was so afraid, because, you know, I feel like one of the things that you think about when you start something is that people are just going to be as excited as you were to start something, and your family is going to be behind you 100%, your friends are going to be behind you 100%, and it's just going to blow, because in your mind it's already blown. Like it's been going on and brewing for such a long time that you know it's a big thing for you. And, you know, once you put it out into the world, and then you're kind of just getting little things, like people are like, oh yeah, okay, I'll watch it. Oh, okay, yes, I'll hear it. But then nobody's doing anything about it. You're just like, damn, like, you know, maybe this was something that wasn't the thing that I was supposed to be doing. Also, big no. Keep going. If it makes you happy, I feel like these conversations that we have, like I said, even if it's, you know, 5-10 people watching it, at the end of the day, when I get off of the computer with you, I feel so much better.
Me too.
And I feel like I've learned something that day, where it's like, you know, keeping myself sane, keeping myself from knowing that I'm doing what I feel like doing. And I feel like it's helping somebody. I don't know who it is. Somebody is helping. I don't know if it's just you, or I don't even know if it's just helping me from just getting it out there, but I feel so good. And I feel like sometimes, like, that's such a discouragement where you're trying to do something and you're thinking it's going to be something good, and then people kind of like, nah. Who cares?
Right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. You know what? I'm going to do something new that I don't think we've done before.
Oh, okay.
I would.
Let's go.
Well, the idea just came to me, so I'm just going to do it. So what I would love to do is invite those that are watching this to let us know that one idea or that one thing they want to try but they're afraid of, so that we can give them some support.
Yes. See, we're opening up the floodgates.
Yes.
Let it come in, because we're here to listen, and we actually literally want to listen.
Yeah, we do.
And we want to help out. Like, genuinely, you don't need to give us nothing. You don't even say thank you. Just tell us what it is, and then we'll see how we can help you out. And sometimes all you need is just for one person to be like, cool, that's a hella good idea. You need to go for it.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Craziness happens when you least expect it. Good craziness. No bad craziness too, but still. Yes, I think that's a really, really good idea for whoever it is that's watching, to put out there whatever it is that they felt like they've always wanted to do. Like, even if you have like a song that you sing to yourself that you wrote, like, wouldn't it be cool for somebody to like post it and tag us? Because
I would love that. Yeah, I think that would be really neat, and I'd love to hear it.
Right.
I would love to hear it. Yeah.
So go to Bloom and then Flourish on IG. The Wild Women Tribe as well. Like I said, we are here to help. We are here to listen. We are here to support, in the good and the bad too. Like, you can call us if you're having something negative happening into your life, and we'll try to put good energy back. So it's draining when you're going through something negative, and sometimes all you need is somebody to say you're going to be okay. So we're also here to say you're going to be okay.
Yes.
The idea that you're having is not a crazy idea. Put it out in the world. If it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, at least you did it. And guess what? That idea is never going to come back to your head. So you're going to be free from that as well. So we are here. We are love, whoever it is. And at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be just women. If you just want to come and talk to us and share your vision about your future, your gifts, the things that you want to share to the world, we are definitely here. And we will do anything that we can to help you guys out. Yay! So we'll see you next time on Just Have the Conversation at episode 9. Also, if you guys wanted, let us know what conversation to have next. Go ahead and, put it down in the comments, or text us if you know us, because we are always wanting to see what you guys want to hear from us. So have an amazing, beautiful day, and just do it.
Just do it.
See you later.